It's Week 10 of the NFL. And up next is this team's speedy running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Hope y'all ready for this one. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon? Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their fifth-year quarterback.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week. He had to do it to that win. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives them the first. Looking into the air here. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. This is marked down right along that 40-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. And off to the back. And that's good. There with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that feed on the field, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Short pass, Brian. And he'll go down here at the 16.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down comeback.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And his guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrating for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win, enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win. He knows he's got to do more for his team.
He got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and then it's contagious. The offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 8 yards on that play, and they only have 1 now to go on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 11. And they'll have 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They go play action on 1st. Completed to his running back. Head out of bounds after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 46. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He found a gap to take this down to the 28. We'll look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 3 now. Receiver in motion, headed right. From the 28. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down. Here's a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's on the move as so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, 1st sack on the board, and the 1st drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, 55 yards out. It's fired off, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Carrying it out to start this drive. On the left side. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up a throw. That one's complete right side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you've got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
So that connection for a first. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. This offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. And these guys double their lead to 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. Play action on 1st down. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Run off the play fake here. Finds his man over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. That ball is complete over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Throwing now on play action. Playing right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains in his early downs.
He's got a man left. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 2nd and 3 now. From the 38. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely dead. Somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer. It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
All the QBs in this league, they love their slip guys. We see it all over the NFL. Those relationships between quarterback and slot receiver, they play in just such chemistry. But then when you get a defender that can get in the middle of it and mix it up and read and react in that kind of way, you get interceptions right out of the slot. That is a job well done.
The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, okay? And unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
2nd and 3 now. From 34. Connecting on a slant. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Just laid downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run him on first down. But he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. He pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll give him a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now looking to throw. Someone slipped in. It's intercepted. Space inside. It is up to the races. And he's going to have a touchdown. See if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Stinks. Take the 6 off the board, partner. That was an interference-aided interception.
And he could be as upset as he wants that that play won't count for him or his team. But
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
you just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, they can come in crunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately. Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Underneath it goes. Catch back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
The throw is up. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
4th down, he takes the snap. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys stretch their lead to 21. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kickoff taken at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32.
a spot and believe it, your guy can get there.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. They are throwing it again. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3. Dumped off to his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Next on the crosser. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. We've set it down, score him at the 38. Throwing it again here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. So on 3rd down, they're going to go ahead and bring him out to try and get 3 here before the half. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. We were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. This did not work out this time around.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So we're at halftime of a lopsided contest thus far. One team with a whole lot of... Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with a start in the 2nd half. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the 2nd half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll goal his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon. One-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
This offense looking to converge as they come up on 3rd down. They're throwing it. Goes out of the pocket. Consecutive sacks saw them staring at a tough 4th down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now. An offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you've got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
Punt team on the field. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
To throw it on first down. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they bring him down around the 34.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 1. Short pass ball in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Offense set for a 1st and 10. At the shotgun, they'll to him inside. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 28. Caught by his back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, we were able to keep him short.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. Their offense running back out now. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of the offense.
And this will render just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. To throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Throw on 3rd down. Flushed into the pocket. And this one doesn't go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Their punter making his way out now. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The offense getting set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a big run on the ground. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And they're going to have a first down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Turn it left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Look to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Throwing off the play fake here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. Not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
The offense headed back to the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. First and 10, they're going to throw. Bales out of the... And they get Jones, and they're trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play call, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive, And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And they'll have a short field in front of them as they take over. Let's see how they attack. Here's the handoff. It's on the top. And they stop before he gets much on the return.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
This offense making its way back out. And now, stop. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy is screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. They'll run now on second down. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. They'll throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Handoff now from the gun. He runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He's got it at the 6. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Give him about 16 yards on that game, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Design bootleg here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do. That's it.
Oh, what a step on! And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and do it again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. This offense getting all set for this series. And all game, they have this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. To throw here on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw now. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands. Couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Still a turnover. An aggressive choice to go for it on 4th down, that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play and coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, they can hand it up. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. A tough decision here for them on 4th down.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys nearing their 6th win this season. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32.
Once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down charge. Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Another drive coming up for this offense. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stop for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They'll come up 1st and 10. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win.
Let's go, baby.
And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory.
Come on, y'all. Let's get going.